Dot the T's and cross the I's, Tim. We're here.
We are here. Got that sent out just at the last second.
That's good news. All right, so we're doing experimental stuff here today. If anybody actually saw that post, hey, call in. If you didn't, well then, hey, I can't blame you.
Yeah, but you will call in on the show. Your audio will pipe right into us.
Yeah, how good it'll be is still unknown to us.
It sounds like you're calling in. It
Yeah,
sounds,
I mean,
it's a phone.
it sounds like 1980s call into a radio show.
I like that,
Kinda.
though.
That old-timey feel. Now, don't be calling in talking and no, what is that, the yellow voice or whatever, the old-time, what do they call it?
Yellow
Like,
media, yellow news, or
yellow
yellow journalist noise.
We don't need that voice.
Yeah. Well, you can't blame people if they do it once or twice, so.
Dude, so today on the plate, nothing. I'll start off with Joker. I did watch, and this is I'm gonna explain why I watched half of it. One, there's a few reasons. One, it's a standalone movie. It's not joining the DC universe. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just standalone. It was hard to watch at times. Like, I had to. Do you know what I mean?
I haven't seen it, so.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Have you ever seen a movie that's like hard to watch?
Yeah, I usually turn those movies off.
Okay, but even if it's something that normally you would like hard
to watch. Why?
It's like there's good stuff with a whole lot of nothing in between. Do you know what I mean?
It's
like
boring.
Yeah, something good, a whole lot of nothing. Something good, a whole lot of nothing. And
so hard to watch because it's boring.
Not boring, just you know what I mean, like kind of like a hacky sack that got a hole and you're losing half the beads, or a stuffed animal with the stuffing ripped out. It's a little hollow in parts of it. There's stuff there.
But comparatively, it's not as okay.
It fills in the story, but it's just, do you know what I mean?
Filler.
Yeah.
Okay.
They could have got from A to B to C a lot better, in my opinion. But I'm not a movie critic.
Okay.
You know, we're the same size dudes. I didn't check that.
Okay. We have to be the same size dudes and as close to the same whiteness as possible.
No, that'll never happen. I'm under too much LED over here, or not enough, depending how you want to look at it. All right, there's the mouse. So yeah, that's what I found, and I only made it 3/4 of the way through, and then just because I create podcasts, listen to them. I create mainly because I listen, and I'm interested in the media, the format. I've heard other people talk about it, and do you know what I mean? So I didn't really get spoilers with what happens, but what I have heard other people say when trying not to spoil a movie, and what I've already seen in the movie, I can come to the conclusion of not how it's going to end, but what may be going on. It's just like, oh, well, that's what's happening. That if that's what may or may not be happening, well, I'm not even really interested. So I only made about 3/4 of the way through and shut it off.
You saw where it was going, basically?
Not really. No? I mean, I think I know what they're getting to, and I'm sure it's great. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that will love it. I mean, he played the part well. Like, I think he lost like 50 or 60 pounds to play that part, and like standing in some crazy poses at points. Yeah, other than that, just not, I don't know. You know what I mean? I understand why he took the role, though, because of it being a standalone film and not being tied in to that universe.
Yeah, not having to play the Joker for 5 movies, possibly.
Or come back again and again, later on. Like, I understand that. Good move on his part, I guess. That's, I don't know of any movie that he's like did part 1, part 2. So.
No.
Other than that, did you hear the thing? I want to bring this up because I've heard other people talking about it, and I kind of thought about it. Did you hear the, what's his name? Martin Scorsese? What he said about the Marvel movies, that they're not cinema?
Oh,
they're not. They don't.
I didn't really hear. So, I saw like a headline, but didn't read about it.
Yeah. So we got videos open. I forgot about that. Sorry, people. So he made some comment that the Marvel movies, they're like a theme park. They don't qualify as cinema. It's like a theme park. Okay. Which, I mean, up there in directors.
Yeah, he's got a lot of clout.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But think about all the people that love those movies, like through and through. That like, oh, these are some of the best movies I've ever seen. You know, I understand he was making a point, but what do you think about that statement?
I didn't read the exact statement, so I don't.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up. But yeah, basically, and I think
Because if it doesn't qualify as cinema, I think it does qualify as cinema.
oh, definitely.
Yeah, like
boy, that is not an easy name. Let's see what he said.
because if he says something like, I don't know, I just feel like they're just cash grabs and
Business Insider.
Okay.
If you hit us with some ads, you're done. I'll never look another thing up on your site ever. Okay, so yeah, okay. Martin Scorsese. No, I don't want notifications. Damn, I hate that pop up. Do you get it?
yeah.
I hate it. Martin Scorsese doubled down on his. So he doubles down on his Marvel criticism.
I mean, I can see if he said something like they're action heavy, kind of just watered down like movies by like a focus group. I could see that, but I mean, they're still movies.
Right. Look, I'm letting them through the ad blocker. Hopefully they don't bomb us with some bullshit over here, people.
Got to solve a puzzle just to check a web page.
How many point out the traffic lights? How many of these pictures have a bus in it?
Oh, is you on one of the captures?
No,
Yeah.
but how great would that be if I'm over here like clicking on traffic lights? We're trying to have. Okay, so he doubles down on his criticism, calling the movie criticism and called movie theaters amusement parks. So he's calling movie theaters amusement parks. Wow.
All right. So
He said they're not cinema, and he compared movie theaters to amusement parks over the weekend, said they need to step up and show films that are narrative films. So again, his opinion.
But I think they still have a narrative, though.
Right.
Like,
they're still valid.
I think he's just saying, like back when I worked at selling electronics, some lady came in and was like, why don't you have this artist and this artist? And it's like really obscure artsy stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't order this stuff in. Like,
right. Or, I've heard of people like before not wanting, when there's like a TV show and then or a movie or whatever, and there's a soundtrack or there's the bands that played the music on the TV show, and people are looking for that music, and they don't want the band that did the song and the album the song's on. They want it how it appeared on the show, like that version, or on the movie, that version. Like people hunting down those obscure things.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, I think the point he's driving at is they aren't is art focused. They are more just kind of entertainment focused.
Right.
Just like I said earlier, just.
And to be fair, this guy criticizing something, I mean, that it kind of has weight, but does it? Because I'm sure there's thousands, if not millions, of people that would disagree that those movies are fucking great.
I agree. I can see the point that they're just more entertainment focused than like thought provoking and artsy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they are art, but
just a different form.
But says who? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all about perspective there.
It's flat around. Take your pick.
I don't know. But I think I don't know if he's using cinema in like the term like it's got to be artsy, then whatever. But I think they're movies.
Yeah, they are movies. I think they're great. I didn't get into all of them.
No, neither did I either.
And if you look at some of them, some of them, and I'm not getting on actors or nothing like that. It's just the movie as a whole. Like Catwoman. Did you see that one?
Which Catwoman?
Was it Halle Berry played Catwoman?
No, I didn't see that one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I forget who played. But the Catwoman movie wasn't real great.
No, that's what I remember hearing about it.
Yeah. There's a few other ones. And
there's been some flop superhero movies in the last 20 years for sure.
Yeah.
But with the Marvel movies, though, generally they've all been, good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
They did a phenomenal job with Superman, too. Like, I liked the two Superman movies that have come out with that, I forget who, Henry Cavill, is that who played him?
The same guy, like the same Superman that's in Batman v Superman
I
and
think so.
Justice League.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see any of those DC movies.
Yeah, I mean, they're not bad if you're telling the story of Superman.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? But they're all, it's weird. Like, they're not bad in the same way that, like, the horror Superman movie. Like, it could be, what was it, Brightburn, I think? It was, what if Superman wasn't good? What if he was bad? They kind of went down that path.
Okay, yeah.
But it was him as a kid that he didn't get to an adult. He was a teenager when the movie ended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good movie on its own. And if you look at it from that perspective, what if Superman was bad instead of good?
Mm-hmm.
What if he decided to, what if he became evil?
I think there's been a few threads like that.
Or yeah,
already,
what if he was evil?
Yeah.
Good movie on its own, good movie if you look at it like that. But a place in the DC universe, probably not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it opened the door, that movie opened the door to other, I don't want to call it spin-offs, but redos of other characters. Like, what if they weren't bad and good?
Yeah. Like what ifs.
Yeah, what if, like, Doctor Doom was good?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, they do
whatever.
this all the time in
Yeah.
comics. Like what
Oh,
ifs.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But not, it's finally getting, with the level of, what's it called? Like CGI, VFX,
Mm-hmm.
stuff that people can do is crazy in movies. Like, they're getting stuff looking almost real.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
then
Getting
there's
close, yeah.
then there's some classically bad stuff.
Closer.
Do you remember The Rock in The Scorpion King?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you remember how bad that
Looked
was?
like dough. Looked like Play-Doh.
Like,
yeah.
not like just
Like sweaty Play-Doh. Yeah.
not even.
Yeah.
And the lighting, dude, the lighting was all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a while ago. I mean,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
that was like 2000 something or maybe
right.
around
But
there.
when did Jurassic Park come out?
Like early 90s, but they used like a mix of practical, used the visual effects where they needed to, and
Oh yeah.
and generally, yeah, I guess like use the lighting with it, you know, and
But you had The Rock there. You had Dwayne Johnson there.
mm-hmm.
And you come up with that?
Yeah, I guess you could have threw some claws on him for the close-ups or something. Yeah.
Something prosthetics. I mean,
yeah.
that was a big budget movie, and you'd already spent the budget at that scene. Was that the last scene shot? Like, that was pretty classically bad.
Yeah. Definitely. That's in the top 5 when you think of bad CGI.
Yeah. You got any other examples offhand? What about here? I'm gonna go way back and ask you: did you see the original Jumanji?
No, actually, I didn't.
You didn't see that?
No.
Like, I saw it back then, and it was convincing because I was a kid, or maybe a teen. I don't know how old I was. I think it came out in the 90s, early maybe. Yeah, it was convincing then. But if I was to take a look back at it, I don't know if I'd think it was good or bad. I haven't seen it since then, so I don't know. You know. No, but that fail with The Rock.
Some of the stuff do you remember the 90s Godzilla? From the American 90s Godzilla with like Matthew Broderick?
No.
No?
No.
Some of the CGI in that was, I remember.
Which one was that? They had a
One was like in New
90s
York.
Godzilla?
Yeah, it was like in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Had Hank Azaria.
I saw the one with who is it? Who played Walter White in Breaking Bad?
I
can never remember that guy's name.
Shit.
But he was in it, like the recent Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones. Like, I dig those, and I dig the old ones. I didn't know they made a. I mean, maybe I do, and I forgot. I don't know. But does any of it? Getting back to the point, does any of it qualify as movies? As cinema, I guess, is the thing.
They're you got to call them movies.
Do you know what
Cinema,
I mean?
I don't know. Cinema is like art's in the eye of the beholder, like one of those kind of things.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like I feel kind of
art's subjective a little bit.
I feel kind of like Martin Scorsese's statement was like, unless you're making movies like I make, they're not. You know what I mean? They're not cinema. They don't qualify.
Yeah, but Marvel movies could like compare to like stuff like Clash of the Titans, like big epic tales too. Like, and that's
yeah. I mean, it like you said, it all who's looking at it, whoever is listening, watching.
Yeah.
You know, if they get into it. More to the point. I mean, we don't make blockbuster hits here. Fuck no. But
finally got green screens, man.
yeah, right. But we have fun doing it.
Yeah.
At least, and that's the goal, is to have fun, do something. It's like, I just thought about this the other day, and I thought the figure was wrong in my head. I'm like, wow, we're coming up on 2 years of doing this show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, 2 years, is that wrong? And I'd like look at the calendar I got and looked at the
episode a week, 52 weeks a year.
yeah, published date, and I'm like, holy crap, like 2 years coming up soon.
Wow. Been hard at it.
Well, what would 52 times 2 be? 104?
104, yeah.
So 4 more episodes will put us around Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I know why. It would actually be a few more. I'll explain it off the air.
Okay.
There's just, because there's still unpublished stuff. There's stuff that's the answer. I don't need to explain it off the air.
You just said 8 unpublished, yeah.
Yeah, there is a few that are unpublished. They're there, they're just not published. Early episodes. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a whole world of people that would call this not, that's not a live stream, not a podcast.
Oh, for sure. They barely we had like a tech focus there for a little bit.
Well, we do come back to it.
We do, but we definitely don't have like a one thing we cover.
No, in classically, since the format has come around, not live stream, podcasting, which we do have a show that publishes regularly, usually weekly. I took 2 weeks off. I was learning some other stuff from my one job. I had to focus there, but I'm back on editing and getting it published. Yeah, live streaming is new. I mean, it's a newer media, but not brand new.
No,
it's been happening for a while. What was my point with this, though? What did I say before that? I'll have to run the stream back, dude. I really can't remember what my point was. You said something, and I wanted to make a point on it. Massive brain fart. All right. I really wish I could remember. It was a good point,
dude.
Yeah.
Like you were talking. Shit, I don't know exactly like where you're going with that.
Yeah, I don't either. It was. Holy hell!
Wow.
No. Okay. So podcasting, not a new media.
Yeah.
But combining the two.
I'd say it's like what, like podcasting's like 15 years, live streaming like around 10 or so.
I think 2004 was when the first hints of podcasting came about. 15, 2005. Yeah, and then live streaming. Combining the two, like all of it, dude, a challenge.
For sure.
Like anybody, try it.
Yeah.
Try it. Sit down. I mean, and you really don't need more than a microphone, a laptop, and headphones.
You don't. You can do it.
If you're going to do like a single man rant show or a single person remotely connect with other people.
I'd advise, if you do that route, take like a couple hours and write down your rant first. Go give it a once or twice over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a free editing program. Audacity's great.
Yeah.
Man, I had a good point too. I wish I could like remember the actual point of it. Creating.
You were talking about your experience with it, and
Yeah, no, I got that. But just like, I was trying to make a point of...
comparing it to like art?
Yeah, art.
Yeah.
Like, definitely. Like, there's... Like I was saying, a lot of people that would consider, you know what I mean? Like, consider it like, oh, that's not a podcast, not a show.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it is.
Yeah, we do it, but... Do we have like mass appeal, and like, are we doing it like are we on a trajectory toward?
No, there's no trajectory toward the stars, toward Hollywood. Definitely not toward Toyota or Chevy or Ford sponsoring us. Hell no.
No, it's just us rambling, and then if anybody, we do have like hundreds. a month.
Philip Morris, before you get banned completely, we'll take your sponsorship.
Ooh,
I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, you're probably one of the few guys who probably could get one. You like one of the few guys left who'll smoke cigs on air.
It happens, man. But no, like just the whole format of podcasting, and this is my actual point. I did kind of remember it. If you're gonna pick something to create a podcast about, create a live stream about, I can't say about the live stream, but as far as the podcast, 2 guys or 3 guys talk about whatever is the hardest
one,
the hardest show to grow.
Yep.
Maintain, find an audience for, listener base, a live viewing audience, somebody to watch it afterward. It is the hardest.
Here's how I'd explain it, because if you have like a focus or a topic, say like tech, video games, or even narrow it down like Warhammer, Total War, Warhammer 2. Like you're like, that's the focus. Yeah. We're just talking about that one game and like the 3 when it comes out. Then you only have a few sets of like opinions that like, well, I either agree or disagree with them on that. So like to kind of attach their personality and be like, I'm going to listen to him because we think alike. I think that's generally what happens a lot. Like entertainment's probably first, but then how well do my opinions sync up with theirs?
Right.
When you do it when you're talking about whatever, that checklist is huge.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
like, am I going to line up with these guys on everything? Not when they're talking about everything.
And actual people that are, and I mean, who do you?
And we're working on the entertainment.
Like how? Here's the thing: how do you qualify as? What qualifies you as a podcaster? Do you know what I mean?
I think you're publishing, like you're recording, you're putting voice audio, and you're uploading it.
Right.
Like,
but then the thing is, like going with the thumbnail for today's episode, like the actual artwork,
the tumbleweed,
yeah, the tumbleweed, and one with our logo going across the road with like an episode 100 on it. The title, and no one has heard. I mean, really, no one has. When you compare it to the world,
when you can, but if you're looking at like a village 100 years ago, that's a lot of people,
right?
Like,
right. I get that.
Like, I'm just saying.
But no, it's just so just creating and uploading qualifies.
Yeah, technically.
But I mean, what about that determined guy out there that's just like that wants to like literally record himself like humming for like a half hour that uploads like 1,000+ episodes of that? There's somebody out there with that determination.
Yeah, and you never know. There might be a couple crazy people who end up listening.
Right.
I forget who, I think Gary Vee was talking about it, but like, or no, it was just like you want to get noticed. Like you want to have a backlog of stuff. You don't want to have just one viral video. Like say you do get some.
You want a bunch.
You want to have a backlog, so when you have that viral video, there's something else for them to go watch.
Yeah. Exactly. And more to that same point, another person that said something pretty good is Louis Rossman. He does board repair, component level board repair on Mac computers, like Apple computers in New York. And he's like, yeah, when I started doing this, I thought maybe 200-300 viewers, 200-300 people would want to watch this, not like 15,000 at one time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's over 1 million subscribers now. And to have, could you imagine how many people watching? Like,
honestly,
like
live
that?
Streaming numbers, like few, when you're talking actually watching live, like
right
500, 1,000 is quite a bit.
Yeah
And
then take that up to like 15,000. That's a lot of people like that. Yeah, you never know what people are going to watch. Somebody repairing a logic board out of a computer, you know. So yeah, does it qualify as art? Does it qualify as podcasting? Do you know what I mean? I couldn't find, I literally thought, I've been thinking for like a month what to do this episode about, and the best thing I come up with is what we're doing it about.
Yeah.
A current topic that other people are talking about, and then compare, you know what I mean? Turning that topic around onto
podcasting and kind of feed it back into like where we're at. Like, look around, man. Like, take it all in. Yeah.
We've got the Earth and the Sun. That's not it. We'll switch. What's this one here?
Just stars.
We're going to space.
Yeah.
No, I think, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how we got here, dude. I never really expected to go past like episode 7 or 10 or 25.
Like the first time, yeah.
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 Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, even though I don't do much, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to show up every week.
is there like, but is there even any, like, I don't want to call it, is there any driving force really? Or, you know what I mean? It's like, I enjoy doing it. It's like,
Most of the time I enjoy. There are a few times I come in tired or whatever, and but I still show up.
yeah. Well, I get to sit down.
Yeah.
It's like I get to sit down and hang out with somebody for an hour or so, talk.
Yeah.
And it's like I get away from all the people that are already tired of me all week. And
honestly, sometimes I forget we're even recording. Like,
Yeah, no,
I'm just
yeah.
like, I think we're just kind of here talking. Like,
that's
that's a good thing. I feel for it.
Oh, and I did. Dude, you're putting a
Oh,
ripple in the
sorry.
fabric of space
I had
time,
to
literally.
pull water from a star, man.
Yeah, right. Water from a star, coffee from the stars,
Yeah.
galactic coffee.
Well, hold on, I'll make a gas cloud, man.
Get, get it here now. Anyhow, moving on with that. Yeah, it's a break. Like I said, I was just, being not funny with a bad joke. Like, getting away from all the people that are already tired of me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, probably, to be honest. But hey, not only that, I got to learn. I think you kind of got to learn some stuff.
Yeah, get to practice. Like,
It's a hassle. It is a hassle, but it's a good hassle. It's like, I don't want to, it is a challenge to publish weekly, to even record weekly, to constantly talk about something.
that's
that-
always been that I find that to be tricky. Just some
it
weeks
is.
coming up with something to talk
to
about.
not talk about, oh, well, this week in, you know what I mean, at my job, or this week I saw these videos,
Yeah, I guess I can see that's where it could become a little difficult with like a focus. But
Right.
then you generally have, if you're creative, you can find other stuff to mine within that focus.
Yeah,
and
that's exactly
speculate
what
and
you
stuff. Yeah.
And that's why the 2 or 3 or 4 guys talk about whatever. I mean, pretty much anybody that has a consistent podcast that has a listener base, like they don't, I don't want to say they frown on it, but they suggest highly against it. Like,
Yeah.
make your show more niche than that. Like,
It's not bad advice.
no, it's not.
No.
It really isn't. 2 guys talk about whatever is,
I would definitely advise against that. Yeah. I even though we're doing it, I'd say like it's definitely the harder path.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Would I do it different if I could do it all over again and start back at episode 0 or 1?
Buy some viewers. No, I'm fucking around.
Who wants money? Call the show. The number's on the ad. Call after the show ends, though. We don't want to air the dirty laundry. No. No, they advise against it, and that's kind of why I was asking what qualifies as a podcast, because somebody with actual determination could just upload complete garbage weekly, daily, even. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if somebody was really determined, I'm sure they could just upload 1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. The shorter the episode, the greater the number of episodes. Like if they're doing 5 or 10 minute shows. And that's another thing I wanted to bring up with the whole movie podcasting thing. There are people that actually do like 5 or 10 minute shows and do them daily.
A lot easier if it's only 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah.
Right.
But then it also, how much production goes into that too? Like how much editing, how much pictures and video are they splicing in? Is it just them sitting there,
Right. Well, if it's just an audio only show, who knows? And
If it's just audio only, then yeah, that's pretty easy.
not really. I mean, because think about it, you can put whatever you want in your description. You can put links out to other stuff. You could have the whole transcript of what you talked about.
All right.
People expand on it different ways. And does that show, I mean, obviously they have to qualify as a podcast, a 5 or 10 minute show. I think there's I think some kids started up a podcasting thing for kids where they do like a maybe 5 minute or under show and do it daily. I'm sure it exists somewhere. I can't think of their names now. I heard it on another show though. But it just, the whole challenge behind it, like think about what we do weekly. Vloggers doing this stuff daily, like with video, and then editing and uploading. I mean, at some point, you can usually tell, unless somebody's extremely talented, ahead of time with a camera and editing software, you can usually tell, or with whatever tools, whatever medium you're working in, if it's art, if it's audio, if it's video, you can usually tell where that jump off point was, where either A, they actually started putting effort in and trying, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or B, started trying and got help, somebody to help, got advice.
Or maybe they were trying before, but that's where they got good at it.
Right, yeah. That just from experience started learning. Because anytime you open a new program, like when we did the original run of this show before it was this show, when it was a different show years ago.
Mm-hmm. What was it? Cyberpunk
Project.
Yeah.
Like I still have those. I was actually going to bring them in and maybe talk, if we had time, run over if we wanted to play a certain clip or whatever.
I don't know, man. We just talked a lot about sci-fi shows and shit.
Sci-fi, science, physics.
Yeah.
I don't think we complained, but they're out there. They're out there. If anybody wants to hear them, if there's enough people, we'll release them.
We got to see some fan feedback.
One number.
Yeah.
One number. One person wants to hear it. No. Get a mob behind you. Mob up on this.
I mean, we know we got some listeners. We get a few hundred downloads a month, and each live stream reaches between 50 and 100 people. You know?
But that's reach. I mean,
true.
if they only play it for 3 seconds as they're scrolling past it, do you know what I mean?
That counts as reach. Yeah, I've tried to look in, and it's pretty. They do not want to tell you what those actual statistics mean.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like they'll tell you, because the numbers don't all add up. And there's people that know this stuff through and through. Like, there's people that have multiple channels.
I'm saying you can't take like an hour dive on the internet and figure it out. That's what I tried doing.
No. There's people that have multiple, like, 100,000, multiple million subscriber YouTube channels. They kind of know how the algorithm works. They don't fully understand it, but they got a good grasp on it. There's people that have massive Facebook followings or whatever. They know how it works. Do you know what I mean? I know, I'm almost certain that Facebook, I think it's Facebook, doesn't like it when you stream to multiple platforms. And I don't think YouTube really likes it either, which we do.
Oh, yeah, we totally do that.
You know, you got to. Yeah, I'm kind of keeping an eyeball on the time.
Whoop.
Oh.
That's me. Sorry, I was just checking the chat.
Are we in there? I have the chat.
Oh, yeah, it pipes right through now, yeah.
Yeah. I try to watch it, but, I fail massively. I'm trying to think how when you start doing something, and we started that original thing, and I opened like a digital audio workstation or an editing program for the first time, it was pretty daunting to go through and try and clean that audio up, because it was absolute crap from headset mic.
Gaming headsets daisy chained together into a laptop. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And even this show, before we got decent mics, when we started with to start with mics, that audio was crazy to clean up going through a mixer. And then upgrading the equipment, there's still room to improve the audio that the mixer recorded, that the recorder records. Now, switching from one program to the next, like Audacity to Audition,
whole new learning curve.
To a certain extent,
I mean, there's some stuff that, like, there's just basic stuff that has to do with editing audio that will be in both, but learning a new format, basically.
Yeah, just in seeing the difference. Anybody with experience, and that's where experience really pays off. Anybody with experience can take and use Audacity, which is free, to do what you can do with Audition, which isn't. Do you know what I mean? As far as the audio is concerned. Now, tit for tat, the whole way, can Audacity do what Audition will? No. I mean, there is a certain point where most people, if they start with Audacity, jump off to Audition or to Reaper or some other program that is a paid program. And that's for whatever reason. Audition is much better with multi-track audio versus Audacity. But then again, it all comes back to your hardware. Do you know what I mean? Do you have only a 2-channel mixer or recorder? Do you have a 6 or 8, 10, 12 channels or more? But no, it just, yeah. Anybody, if you have something you want to get out there, something you want to create, give it a shot. I encourage you to try and create content, something that qualifies as new media, whether it be this, a live stream, an audio show, a blog.
Yeah.
Do you ever try creating a blog?
Like actually type like a in
online,
text,
go and type.
Yeah.
Either type a journal, online journal.
Yeah.
Which is basically a blog for people to read, or just something. Yeah.
No.
I
didn't get into blogs or vlogs or.
I mean, that's basic. A blog is basically what a podcast is a blog, but with audio attached to it.
Yeah.
To simplify it. So yeah, man.
Boy,
that's,
what would the transcript of this read like?
This?
Yeah, this.
It'd be like kicking over a bowl of alphabet soup. Not trying to throw any jokes in there or nothing, but that's transcript of this. Smash a couple cans of alphabets off the wall, that's what, cereal? Alphabets?
Alphabet cereal, yeah.
Yeah. Smash them open. That's what you get. This.
They used to have like alphabet, like SpaghettiOs, but I haven't seen them around really. Occasionally, I think. Vegetable soup. Vegetable soup still has letters, so that's what you're probably thinking of.
Do they?
Yeah. You can still get the vegetable soup in a can with the letters.
Anyhow, I'm not really worried about if Martin Scorsese or anybody else is like, they don't have a show. I love it, man. I have fun with it. It's great. We'll be here. Episode 100 in the can.
Yeah.
Not published. Live stream. I think that is also. I think that's a jump off point for some people too. Like, you can't really pin everybody all in one can. You know what I mean? You can't like lock them all down in one place or the other, pin them down. Some people will sit and watch video. Do you know what I mean? Like they will sit and watch video after video after video on YouTube or whatever platform. Some people will binge listen to episodes from a certain show. Or Netflix. Binge watch that. I guess you can kind of binge watch like a trilogy. If
movies.
Yeah, movies. If they have multiple
I think
parts to a movie.
I've done that with Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and stuff.
Yeah, isn't Lord of the Rings? Can you do all three Lord of the Rings in a day?
I've done it.
Aren't they
extended cut?
Did they take longer than 24 hours to get through?
So extended cut is like 3 hours. No, it's still only like 12, 14 hours. So
okay, so you can do it in a day. Because I did it once, but I watched like halfway through part 2.
Mm-hmm.
I stepped away for an hour or so. I had to. I'm just like, I can't sit anymore. I got to go do something.
Granted, I would like read a book or something else too. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't. There'd be time, or I'd eat. You know, like there'd be times when you're not completely focused
intently,
like,
edge of your seat watching.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Yeah. No, the jump off point. I think whenever people see whether it be this show or other shows is about the live stream is there. Like when they see like this, what you shared out, and then they're also going to see this same title in like a week
as the audio,
as the audio, and I've talked about taking and after we're done here, just ripping the audio off the recorder, convert it from WAV to MP3 and upload and as is. And the reason I never made that move, and I say it on the air as well as to you, is I think it would be too confusing to have the video and then the audio published right after it,
probably
that week break kind of lets it fade a little bit, and then you know what I mean. Then the audio publishes, so that's the plan behind that. Failing or successful, I don't know. We'll find out at episode 1000.
Oh, so that's what, 8 years from now. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Would it take 2 years to?
Oh no, I got that backwards. It took 2 to get to 100. So
2 years to get to 100. So that's what?
So it takes 2 years every 100. So that'd be
Times 10.
1,600. It'd be 16 more years.
No, times 10.
Times 10?
2 times 20 years?
20 years, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so 18 more years, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
We need to do multiple shows during the week.
I think at some point we have to ramp it up, yeah.
No, not really. Would you rather
True.
have, and I mean, would you rather have 1,000 episodes that are largely
Where you can watch us grow old over them.
right,
Yeah, like
right, or crap, or would you rather have a couple hundred that same thing? We grow old, but you know, they're a little more fine tuned each time.
yeah, I think
good point. I don't know. Maybe we'll ramp up production someday.
All depends. All depends if we, get a solid listener base.
Well, there's a lot to it, man. Life,
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
I mean, say you or I were to take a job where we work away, and you might work 2 weeks a month, 2 months, 3 months away, be back,
Have to actually like pipe in or something. Then.
Yeah, remote in when which I mean, if that happens, I would be willing to try it. I would figure out the back end of it. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's doable. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, is there anybody that's succeeded doing that in the world? I don't know. I don't know about every show.
There's some there are podcasts where you get like the 4 or 5 people in Windows, and they're all they're all in different locations. You can tell they're all in their rooms or whatever.
Oh yeah. Podcasters Roundtable. It's a show about podcasting. And people that have podcasts get together, hosted by Ray Ortega. Mm-hmm. If you ever want to know about podcasting, there's 3 names you should know. Is it 3? Yes, 3. 3 names you want to know if you want to create a podcast. It is going to be Ray Ortega, Daniel Jackson, or not. Did I say that right? Daniel J. Lewis. Sorry, Dave Jackson, Daniel J. Lewis, and Ray Ortega. Those are the 3 names that you would definitely want to know if you want to create a show.
Shit, I don't know any of them.
Well,
you saying I got some homework to do?
No, man. That's just. Are you going to create your own show?
No.
You want to do the back end? You'll need to know them if you got to do the back end.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot of episodes and words of advice from them, like as far as listening to their content. If you do go down the path of creating a show, and then it's also look at the setup. Okay, you know the setup here, and that's one other thing. I'm going to take this time. I know we don't have a massive audience, but anybody that hears this, if you ever try to create something, make sure it's yours. You own it. And if you listen to anybody else that has a podcast about podcasting or a live stream about creating live streams, you're probably going to hear the same thing. Make sure you own it. Make sure you have access to it. If the company goes belly up, are you going to be able to access your show and move it, migrate it, your live stream, move it, migrate it to wherever you need to keep it alive? If it's something you want to maintain, keep doing. Yeah. I know there's been quite a few apps like Anchor, and I forget who else did it, but other companies have had it where you can just record stuff with your phone and upload it, and they create the RSS feed, and it's all automated, done for you. You literally record and publish your show. You're good. Somebody else handles it. But if that company fails, goes belly up, bankrupt, whatever, you can't really access your show. You have to have it uploaded somewhere else as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Own your show. Have access to it. Don't let somebody else be in control of it. Or some people, I know, I don't know if it's, I don't want to throw companies out there without knowing which one does it. I know some of them, you just have no real way to move it because they don't let you access it. And then some companies, whenever you publish through their app, if you're recording like an audio show, you don't own it. They do. You're using their app to create your show. Your show exists. But as far as actual ownership,
so if you were to take your own show, technically not your own, but take your show that you uploaded to that platform and re-upload it somewhere, they could copyright strike you.
Probably, yeah. Or make you take it down on the other platform because you don't own it. They do. And that's where these all-in-one solution apps on your phone or on your iPad or tablet, like you literally record and upload and it's published, That's what you want to watch out for. Because as far as I know, there is no all-in-one solution like that where either A, you own your show completely, 100% entirely, or B, if you want to move it from that platform to another, that you're not going to be jumping through hoops for a long time to maybe one day get it. Yeah, so I caution against that. Are there shortcuts to doing it? Yeah, you don't have to go full out. You don't have to go full out, have a website and create a Facebook page. Go with a website and then a Facebook, YouTube. You don't have to go down that route. That's not a mandatory route that you need to go to. I'm going to try and put it back now. It's a bare minimum. Pay, yeah, you can maybe upload something to SoundCloud. I don't know if they still have a free option, but I don't know if you, I think you can get a hold of your media through them. I'm not sure. Check it out first. Blueberry, Podbean, not Podcoin, Podbean, Blueberry, Libsyn, all great platforms. Media hosting. You pay for media hosting. That's what we do. Those places, I can say that when you upload your show, your media there, and I think some of them even offer video. When you do upload it there, if you want to move it to another platform, you have access to it. It's like you don't even have to get permission. You can just do it because it's your show.
Because it's just a hosting site.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine that. Dude, imagine the horror.
But the trade-off with that is you got to pay for it. You got to pay for that server space.
Right,
yeah.
But it's not that expensive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And say you want to quit doing the show and then just let what you have already done stay alive. I think like $5 a month. If we wanted to keep these 100 episodes or so or whatever up and just not do any more, but just keep them active in a catalog, in whatever catalogs they're in now, I think it'd be like $5 a month. That's $2.50 each. Yeah. No big deal, dude. No, that's easy, simple stuff. So yeah, if you're gonna, could you imagine creating something? Say you have a couple hundred or 1,000 episodes and it takes off, and you don't even own it.
Yeah, that would suck.
Could you imagine a horror? Like, yeah. If you're gonna do something, create something, put effort into whatever. Make sure you own it, people. Best advice for the day, I guess.
I get yeah.
Make sure you own it. We definitely own this. As far as
sweet.
We own it. Anyhow, we're getting up against the clock, going to the day job at night, as is the case. You're off night shift, correct?
Yeah, new place day, but I think I'll probably do swing shift, so I'll do some nights still here and there. Yeah.
Damn, swing. I don't know how people do that, man. Like day, you know what I mean? Swings back and forth.
Yeah.
We'll
see. It's not set in stone yet, I don't think, but
it just seems tough to me. What counts, you know what I mean? What counts as a show, a podcast, a movie, cinema, art? What counts as content?
You decide.
Right. This is great content. No. You know it is. Flat Earth confirmed. We found where they parked the sun.
I just wish we could stop talking about Flat Earth. It's been 2 years of talking about fucking Flat Earth.
Hey, man, it's just going to keep... Eventually it'll die. At least we're not supporters of it.
No, we're not supporters, but we're adding fuel to the fire even by mentioning its name.
You think?
Yeah.
I got confirmation of where they park the sun at night.
Good.
Confirmation. Now, if somebody asked me to prove that, I have the picture. But when it comes to the point where they're going to ask me to explain, okay, if that's where they're parking the sun, what about the people on the rest of the earth where it's daylight? What sun are they seeing? I got to dip out then because I have no explanation.
All right.
We'll send them to Henry.
There you go. Henry, once again, kick us out.
Have a good week.